I see we're live. This is the next step for me, doing a live video. This is difficult for me because I can't edit anything out. I can't say that's a bad take. I should probably start over. We're live. And as you see, I'm live on the 100 Days to Brave group. Oh, hey. I'm on the 100 Days to Brave group, and I'm going to be doing all of my videos from this group, and then I'll share them outside of it. So this is just going to kind of be the hub. So from here on out, for each day, you'll be able to see, hey girl, you'll be able to see the videos live on here, and then you'll be able to rewatch them and share them or whatever you'd like from here, as well as my personal page, and then from there on. So I want to start by saying the amount of support that I have had today from the video last night, you guys, is out of control. I mean, I've had more support than I've had dry shampoo in my hair. And you know I'm a mother of 3, 5 and under. I have a lot of dry shampoo holding this thing together. So I just appreciate all of the shares, all of the views, all of the comments. I walked away last night saying, if I can get 100 people to watch this, I'll feel like I was successful. Now, what I should have said is, if I could get this video made and posted, I am successful, because that was me being brave, regardless of how many people saw it. However, I mean, we're at like almost 700 or something now. People have seen this video, the video from last night, and I am blown away that the response, the messages, the comments, the interaction I've had with people who recognize that being brave is something that they want to do, that they want to step out in. So this has been eye-opening to me and so encouraging, just to know that there's other people who want to do this. So tonight we're going to go on to day 2, which I feel like I'm winning anyways because I've done this now 2 times in a row. And it's all about why be brave. Why is it that we should even do this in the first place? Why take that step? So I want to hear if any of you took the challenge yesterday, which was tell somebody in your life that you were going to take a step out for the next 100 days and try to be brave. Did any of you guys take that step? And if you did, let me know, because I would love to know who you told, how you felt after you told, what was going through your head, just any way that I can encourage you or you guys can encourage one another. Let us know, okay? So we're going to get on. Once again, we're doing 100 Days to Brave. Oh, that changed the lighting quite a bit. 100 Days to Brave by Annie Downs, and Devotions for Unlocking Your Most Courageous Self. And day 2 is Why Be Brave. The verse that day 2 has on here is 2 Timothy, which is a book found in the New Testament of the Bible, chapter 1, verses 8 through 9. And it says, "We can only keep going, after all, by the power of God, who first saved us and then called us to his holy work. We had nothing to do with it. It was all his idea, a gift prepared for us in Jesus long before we knew anything about it. But we know about it now." I'm going to read the second day, and she talks about traveling to Honolulu, Hawaii. And so I'm going to just pretend I'm her and that I have actually traveled to Honolulu, because I haven't, but we're going to dream. So along with being brave, we're dreaming right now, okay? She says, "I got to travel to Honolulu, Hawaii to speak at a conference. One afternoon, I walked into the Kailua Starbucks to write for a bit and saw 0 tables available. I didn't really have a plan B for where to write, so I got in line for my drink anyway. A table opened up between a vacationing couple and 3 tan, adorable surfer dudes. The surfers were talking about their marriages, so I tuned out because, you know, they had wives already. Clearly her intentions. I began to unpack, and just because of proximity, the tables were close, y'all, I couldn't help but check back into their conversations. And I heard them talking about absolute truth and how God is the only thing that is absolute. And suddenly I realized I was watching them share their stories of Jesus with the third man. My heart began to race. That conversation takes courage. Sharing your story takes guts. I know, maybe you think I'm being dramatic. Me? Dramatic? But listen, that guy, hearing how Jesus is the answer, his life is forever different and his future is forever altered because those two surfers were brave enough to say the things about Jesus that they knew to be true. Seeing other people be brave makes me want to be brave too. It's a domino effect. I felt it in me as I listened to them. They want to share my story. That's why you'll see rational adults going down the loop-de-loop water slide even if they don't want to, because they want to show their kids it isn't scary. That's why we have to start. That's why we have to go first. That's why we have to be brave so that others will be inspired to be brave along with us. We can be brave because we are always meant to be brave. It's scary to be who you're meant to be. It doesn't feel easy because it's not. But we were made for this. And like today's scripture says, we have holy work to do. Why be brave? Because when we're brave enough to share the God stories in our lives, it changes the people around us and it changes us when we share them. Seeing other people be brave makes me want to be brave too. Yes. Yes. Annie Downs, yes, that is 100% true. When I see other people stepping out and being brave and stepping out into the things that God has for them, it lights a fire in me to say, what is that? What's my next step? What do I need to do next? And start focusing on taking the next step and being brave too. So I 100% agree. Be brave, day number 2. Think back on your day today, yesterday, even this week. Where can you see God working in your life and working on your behalf? Just showing up for you. Tell somebody. Tell somebody. This challenge is difficult for the majority of us. It's difficult, right? So the idea that you know where the Lord has intervened or where you've seen his hand work in your life, it could be the most mundane, non-big, non-essential part of your day, but you go, oh God, thank you. Like you just intervened. You just were on my side, stepped in on my behalf. And in that moment that you can recognize that, you can share that. You can tell somebody, and it doesn't have to be this 40-minute long story like this video is becoming, but it can be just a quick, hey, there's this awesome thing that God did, or even just telling somebody about the situation. So I'm going to look back on my day, in my week. Actually, I don't even have to. I already know. I'm going to tell y'all. Okay. This week, we cleaned out my garage. Long overdue. It looked like the barn was in the garage instead of on the back of the garage. Wintertime took its toll, and I just pretended like springtime didn't happen, and the garage was hit. So my mom and I just one day said we're going to clean the garage, and that's what we did. And I had a ton of things that we got rid of and a ton of donation things that we had in the car. And this random stranger drove by our house, and she got out of her car. And I thought because I had some things for sale, she was interested. And I said, oh, kind of giving her information about it. And she said, no, I actually saw that you had little kids and we're moving, and I thought you would want to look through some of our clothes that we're done with. And if you want them, then you can have them. I hope it would be a blessing. And I said, that would be awesome. While I was donating clothes, I saw that she was being generous, and I wanted to recognize that. So I was like, absolutely, I'll look at them. And you know what? If they don't work, I'll take them to Salvation Army with the rest of ours, and they'll go use for somebody. So that was that. The next day, she didn't drop any clothes by, and I thought, maybe it didn't work out. No big deal. Kind of forgot about it. Sunday rolls around, and we're all outside, and someone pulls up, and it's this lovely lady who was being so generous, and she comes up and we get the clothes out, and as I was picking them up, she looked at me and said, "What church do you go to?" And I was completely flabbergasted because I thought to myself, how does she know I go to church? Did I like have "I'm a Christian" sign on my front porch? Is there a Christian flag hanging somewhere? I don't have a church bumper sticker. Like, I was in between, creeped out, and like, Lord, what are you doing here? Like, I'll just flow with it. So I said, Grace Emmanuel Bible Church, Novi, Michigan. And that line opened up the most like raw, unique conversation I've had in a while. And she just began to share her testimony and share her heart and share her struggles with me. And we talked like we knew each other for years. I mean, as if we were best friends. And to me, I thought, this is great. I don't like small talk. That could have something to do with not being brave. We'll get to that at another time. I don't really like small talk. If we're going to go, we're going deep. And she dove right in. So I said, perfect, let's do it. And so we talked, and she said, I'm interested in visiting your church. And I said, great. Gave her the information. I said, we'll be there Sunday. If you're there, I'll give you a hug. If not, no hard feelings. This is just what it is. And we parted ways. And a friend of mine who was visiting on Sunday came up to me and said, are you guys like, who's your friend? And I said, I don't know. I can't even remember her name right now. We just met. And she was like, that was the most intense conversation you've had. And I was like, I know, right? Like, I figured like we acted like we had known each other for years, and we hadn't. And I just had to say, Lord, your divine timing is perfect. I told God when we moved in here and we had our little farm, and the animals would stop by, the neighbors would stop by and look at the animals. I said, God, if this is my ministry right now, is to reach out and love my neighbors, give me the strength to do it, because you know I don't like small talk. And if you bring them, I will love them. And that is that. And I have had the most interesting conversations with complete strangers who stop in front of my house, and it's the weirdest thing, and I love it, and the Lord is using it. So yesterday, the Lord, I would say, set up a divine appointment for me to talk with somebody I'd never met before, and hopefully encourage them and recognize that His hand is in every moment. If we are willing to be brave and go beyond our comfort zone, we will see it. So I want to encourage you guys, think about what the Lord has done today, last week, yesterday, and share it with somebody. You never know who you're going to encourage to take that next step in being brave. I have loved reading your comments. I have loved talking with you on Messenger. I have loved hearing your views and your opinions and your eagerness to step out and be brave. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Down in the comments, I want you guys to leave yesterday if you shared with somebody, if you told them about your 100 days to being brave. I also want you to tell me if there's something that you see the Lord doing. Take the next step in being brave. And shamelessly, I'm about to plug something because I can, okay? September 28th and 29th, my church, Grace Emmanuel Bible Church in Novi, Michigan, is hosting a women's conference. Myself and two of my dearest friends in the world are planning this, and we're kind of putting it all together. Two great friends from Minnesota are flying out to teach the series called The Volcano. It's all about Philippians 4:8, how we think biblically. It will rock your world. It is an amazing series, and take some time. It's 2 days, $60, lunch included. Come. We have 150 seats. That is all. No standing room, 150. So if you're interested, you have questions, anything, talk to me. I'm going to link the Eventbrite tickets below, as well as the page on Facebook. And don't miss it. You guys, we are taking steps in being brave and taking a step in stepping out of our comfort zone. Sign up for this conference. It is going to rock my socks, and I'm super excited. So if you're within like 12 hours driving distance, you should be there. Okay, I expect to see you. Ladies, have a great night. I love each of you, even if I don't know you, because the Lord has told me to do so. Hope you guys have a good one. Let me know all about how you're being brave, and I will see you tomorrow, day 3. We're killing it. Cheers. How do I end this thing? I've never really ended a live video. I guess I just push finish, huh? Okay, see you tomorrow.